Hello, everybody. It's me again. So I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I know I wanted to do a part two of what happened last time. And so a lot of things happened since last time I saw you guys. Um, but as you guys can see, my twitching has gotten a lot worse. But like I said, a lot of things has happened since last time I talked to you, and a lot of my perspectives has changed also. So I just want to kind of, I guess, share your experience. I'll share my experience with you guys for what's been happening the last 2 weeks, and try not to ramble on for no purpose. So I actually wrote down the main points I wanted to get through today, and hopefully I'll get to cover everything. And so what I was going to tell you guys last time is, since all this ticking and everything started happening, I have never fully, showed anyone just what happens when I start ticking, and because I feel so ugly inside when I do it, and especially the one that bothers me the most is when I go like this, and I'm literally looking at people like, and I feel so weird, and like people are looking at me like, whoa. So I never fully accepted it for what it is, and I'm not saying I haven't fully accepted 100% at this time, but I definitely have worked on it and gotten a lot better. But what had really helped was I went to my therapist. I think it's 2 weeks ago, or since last time I updated, maybe a week from since last video, and my therapist told me, she's like, hey, like, what happens if you relax? And I was like, when I relax, it gets worse. The ticking gets worse. And she's like, then just do it. Just let it. And I was like, yeah, but it's also like I'm thinking about it. I can't tell whether I'm just doing it naturally or if I'm thinking about it to make the tick even worse. Like, and she's like, well, just do it. Just let it happen. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. And it was the first time that I have completely, let go and just let it happen. And, as ugly as I felt and ashamed as I felt. And it was so deliberating. I don't know, I guess just doing that, I literally laid on her couch and just started ticking away, like just going crazy at it. And what she told me was like, oh, that's not that bad. Like, it's not as bad as you think, even though it's pretty bad. I think she was, in a way, trying to be nice to me. But it just changed my perspective. It kind of broke a wall of something that I was so afraid to cross, so afraid to show people. And don't get me wrong, I still have trouble showing, even the same people that have seen me tick wildly. The next day, I might be very, very self-conscious. It's kind of like every day, or how do I feel at this moment, kind of thing. How confident do I feel? And but that day, what I did. Also, I started stuttering lately a lot. I know. So, but what what I did that day at the therapist's office has really broken that wall, and it allowed me to just be myself a little more out there, which has really, really, again, practicing every day of accepting myself, of just trying to not be afraid of doing what I'm doing. And I have actually told a few people about what, hey, I have this tick thing, and everyone just like, whoa, really? Okay, like, and there's, of course, no one's gonna make fun of me. And yeah, so I actually have something really exciting that I wanted to tell you guys. So yesterday I actually went to this clinic. I don't know if you guys heard of something called neurofeedback, but pretty much what they do is, and they did the brain scan for me. Pretty much they scan your brain activities, and sort of, and for like 10 minutes, and then based on that information, what they do is they'll use that information and compare to someone so-called normal, pretty much people without anxiety, depression, um, OCD, tic disorder, or any other form of, mental illness, for example. And what they do is they compare it, and they kind of will, based on that, figure out how my brain is functioning, what kind of neuropath I have, and from there they will do activities that's like pretty much like kind of like training a dog almost if you look into it. They give you positive feedback every time you bring it's performing a set of things that fall within a healthy neural pathway, pretty much building a new neural pathway. And slowly, gradually, over time, you can train your brain to be better at to build those new neural pathways strong enough where you can use them, rather than your old way of doing things. So I don't know, this just makes a whole lot of sense to me. If you see my previous videos, I'm not very much for medication, and I'm not saying that medication is a bad thing. Like I said, I 100% support it if you think you need it. It's just through my personal experience with medication for like 4 or 5 years, I personally kind of wish I never took it, because it took me to a worse place than where I was in the beginning. But it also kind of taught me what works and what don't work for me. So it definitely helped me on this journey. And but talking to the doctor, it was so interesting because I don't know if he knows everything I'm talking about, but I feel like I was actually talking to someone that understood me for the first time. I didn't feel crazy talking to him. Like, people just, sometimes I feel like what I say, people are just like, whoa, like, what are you talking about? But so yeah, I mean, with that being said, so if you guys like the video, or if you guys have subscribed to me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, because like I said, sometimes I feel like nobody understands me, and I'm just like talking about all these crazy ideas, but they're not crazy to me because I physically experienced them or mentally experienced them. These are things that really happened to me. And so with you guys liking the video, or wanting to see more, it really helps me to know that there's other people out there that somewhat understands me. I'm assuming if you like the video, you must at least kind of sort of understand what I'm saying. And I really appreciate that. And but yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this journey, because so next week I'm actually supposed to go, and he's supposed to go over the brain scan results with me, and let me know the areas that I need to work on. And then I'm actually going to China for 3 weeks, so we agreed that we should start the treatment after I come back. But I want to keep you guys updated, and hopefully, my experience going through this, because I'm not gonna lie, it was really, really expensive to do this. But luckily, I have the support system I needed, and at this point in my life, I think it's really important, you know, to get to where I need to be, where I want to be. So, to me, the amount of money that I'm gonna be spending on this, it's somewhat justified. But yeah, so hopefully, but I understand like not everyone has the resources to do this. So hopefully I can give you guys some more information as I'm going along with the treatment, and maybe give you guys some insights from someone that's actually doing it. But yeah, it's called neurofeedback. And but I forgot to say one thing is my last few weeks has been much less stressful, but mainly because I have been more and more accepting of my tics and what's going on with my life, and one thing that I noticed was when I was talking to the doctor during the intake when we're doing the neurofeedback, he asked me, what's my expectation from the treatment, and I, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely actually said that I don't want to take away my tics. And he was like, "Whoa, really?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I through this treatment, what I wanted to get out of it is to accept it for what it is, or to help me get to a mental state where I can start to accept things for what it is." And I believe that by accepting, this tic will go away on its own. I 100% believe it. But at the time, I didn't really think too much about it until, he was like, "Well, really?" So then it made me think about it later on. I was like, wow, I have actually meant what I said. Like, there's many times I say, I accepted it, whatever, it is what it is, but I don't mean it. But at that moment, I actually really meant it. So, you know, yeah, so I was just in shock with myself. Like, how could you, like, wow, you've grown so much, Grace, in the last few weeks. I mean, of course, it's been a long battle, but I'm just really, really proud of myself. And, but I hope, the situations I'm going through, the adversities can really help someone else too in my shoes. And, if you think there's just absolutely no way of going on, like, moving forward, trust me, like, tomorrow will be different. Maybe not tomorrow, but nothing is permanent. That's one thing I have learned. Like, nothing is permanent. Looking at me now compared to last year, last week, I mean, it's constantly changing. My perspective is constantly changing. And yeah, I could go on. There's more things I wanted to talk to you guys about, but again, I'm trying to not make all these super long videos. I'm sure you guys are gonna get bored at the end. So I'm gonna stop here, but I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.